Welcome to Orientation 101, the online version. If you are an online student here at Lawson State, one of the first things we want to talk to you about is the fact of making sure that an online version of this course is right for you. Number one, you should have either a laptop or a desktop that you can access 24/7. If you do not have a reliable laptop or desktop, or if you do not have internet access at home, then you need to register for the ground course. This course requires you to have access to a computer at all times. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about some other skills that you need to have to take an online course. You need to be self-sufficient, meaning that you need to be able to be organized, stay on target, know what the assignments are, and follow through. Your teacher will not call you to remind you that an assignment's due, nor will you have the in-class experience that also reminds you. So what does that mean? You're in charge of your own learning. As you can see, within an online course, let's take a look at just the first week. If you notice, there are lots of directions within an online course. So if you tend not to be a very good reader, a strong reader, or follow directions, again, an online learning environment may not be for you. However, if you are self-directed, don't mind reading directions and following those directions, the online world might be the best place for you. The online Freshman Academy course is set up, as you can see over here, week by week. Each week you have usually two different sessions of work. And as you notice in week 7 and 8, there's just one and one. So let's go in. For each week, what you're going to do is click on week 1. So you'll start here. And if you notice on this plane, there's week 1, session 1, but if I scroll down, you will see that week 1 has 2 sessions, as you can see from over here. So that means you're going to have 2 different fields and 2 different assignments, because essentially we took a 16-week course and we merged it into 8 weeks so you can get through faster. Okay, so let's go to week 1, session 1, and you click on the little link up here, and this will give you first your to-do list, and this will walk you through everything that you have to do for following week 1 assignments. So remember, I'm under week 1, session 1. So you come in week 1, session 1, and you read all the instructions and what you have to do. Scroll down, it's asking you to watch videos as well as download certain things, making sure your computer is compatible for quizzes. It's asking you to download some features here. You follow all of these instructions. There's the syllabus. You watch the video on the website here, more videos, and you finish all of these different videos and you watch everything that you're supposed to do. But remember, you're not done, because week 1 had how many sessions? Correct, 2. So once you finish week 1, session 1, within the same week, you have to also finish week 1, session 2 work. So it's quite a lot of work. And so you go to week 1, session 2, and again, look at your to-do list. It'll guide you through what you have to do. Notice the due date. The due date is always the same in an online course. Things are always due by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. That means you decide when you're going to work and how much you're going to, complete, but the bottom line is everything has to be done by Sunday, 11:59. One thing that I want you to be aware of, if you have a discussion board question, which likely you will, I'm going to go back to look at week 1, to click on the discussion board and introduce yourself to the class. That's not something you will wait until Sunday 11:50 to do. Discussion boards are open the entire week. Ideally, you want to post in the discussion board and engage in the discussion board around 3 out of 7 days of that week. So I'm going to take you to the discussion board. So I'm going to click on discussion board. There is a tutorial on the discussion board. I just wanted to show you quickly though where it is. And as you can see, week 1 introductions, 25 points. Failure to participate in this board will lead to you being marked absent the first week of class. There are no exceptions to this rule. So you always want to post. You really want to post no later than Thursday of that week, okay? Because attendance is always due on Friday. So I want to stress that. If you are taking this course, you must definitely post in the discussion board no later than Thursday, the first week of course. If not, you will be marked absent. That's a rule of thumb. So I'm glad you're watching this video so you understand what those obligations are. So to go and post into the discussion board, you just click on the little link over here, which is the title of the discussion board. You log in, and you can just post your your bio, okay? And you can do that by creating a thread, and then you can create your bio, okay? All right, so I'm going to go out and go back to our week 1 assignments. So as you can see, week 1 and week 2, and if I click on week 2, which is the second week of the course, the same setup, see? So first, the first page just kind of gives you sort of a brief introduction for the units. Click the link above for full directions and details. Don't forget, you always have to go into the folder. So click on the link, and that will take you to those directions, and then you see that it's more detailed to-do list, and then the actual information. All of these, if you see something like this is a project, here are the directions. You just simply click on the directions, and it's going to open up for you. Click on open. It's a Word document, so that's how you get your handouts, okay, for any directions in the course. So I'm going to get out of that. So you just have to really pay attention. You see again, here are screencasts. You click on the links. Here are attachments. As you can see where it reads attached files. That's how you get your templates for the PowerPoint. Again, you just need to what? Read as much as everything that you can to follow through with the directions. It is unacceptable to say, I didn't know something was due, or I didn't know how to find something, when clearly, as you can see, the directions are labeled, all the videos are here, and you're obligated as a student to follow through. The last thing I want to show you is where to find your quizzes. For the most part, as you can see, it'll guide you to taking your quizzes, okay? So you go in here, and you click on Quizzes and Tests, and there are the quizzes all lined up for you, and so you shouldn't miss anything. You can see all the quizzes and tests that you have. They're already set up for you. Just go ahead and click on the link to activate and access your quiz, and click Begin to begin. The grades will automatically dump into the grade book unless it's something that your instructor has to grade themselves. So that's it for now. You can explore. What I would like you to do is just explore. On the left-hand side, you can see we mentioned discussion boards. Here's where your videos are. You have Space Center video, Lawson State videos, how-to videos, and your course will direct you to where certain things are located, right? It'll tell you check LSCC videos for something, or how-to videos for integrity. So this is just a way for you to understand how things are categorized. We've mentioned quizzes and tests. Here are your projects and rubrics, all housed in one location. You click here for your grades, and then we just have additional information for you that links out to our website. So enjoy the class. Remember what I said when we first started off is making sure, although an online course is convenient, it doesn't mean that the course is going to be easier for you. It just means that you have access to it 24/7. You determine when you enter the course, when you do your work for that week. But remember, what you don't want to do is wait until the last minute. If things are due at 11:59 p.m. on Sundays, you don't want to find yourself just doing your freshman academy work at 9 o'clock on Sunday night. That is not the purpose of having the entire week. You have the entire week to get your work done. And as you can see, because we looked into those courses, there's quite a lot that you have to accomplish per week. So it's not something you can finish at the very last minute. Welcome to Lawson State, and if you have any questions, please email your instructor. As you can see right here, just click this button and you can email your instructor. We welcome you and hope that you have a great semester.